What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit since we have filmed. We have just had a lot going on, vacations and stuff like that, so it's been a few weeks since we've been able to work on the international build. But we just got a new rear axle, and so we're going to go through and see what the gear ratios are in it, and figured we'd bring you along for it. So here we go. So here is the rear end that we got. We're having to be a little more quiet because we're babysitting right now. This is baby Reagan. This is my niece, Ryan's daughter. But yeah, I figured while we're babysitting we can
do a little bit of work.
Do a little work.
As well.
So you want to kind of tell what we have? And
yeah, so we picked this up today. Pretty good find. So it's the GM. It's the 14 bolt, corporate 14 bolt rear end. Picked it up from a guy locally for a couple $100, and we're just going to go through it, and we got to figure out what the gear ratio is. He didn't know what it was. He knew it was off, but he didn't know what the gear ratio was, and so that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to pull off this back differential cover, and the gear will be able to tell us the numbers that we need, and we can do the equation, figure out what our gear ratios are, and just kind of going through it and seeing what we need to do and clean it up.
Reagan decided to wake up. Oh. There she is. She's a cutie.
She's a cutie.
Decided she didn't want to miss out on all the fun. Well, we got the cover off, and yeah, everything looks pretty good. So the reason you have to do this is because they will have numbers stamped onto the ring gear, and that will tell you the ratio. So we just need to turn this until we can find those. And
so right here on the ring gear, you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a 0, then it says GM, and there's a part number, and then there's, or the serial number, then there's 10, 41, 10, 78. So that usually indicates the month. And then this is right here, we take the 10 and 41 and 10. We take the 41 and we divide it by 10. That gives us 4.1. So that's a 4:10 ratio. And then the 78 just means it was made in 1978. And then that's where usually the month number comes in. And so that's how you can tell on these what the gear ratio is, when they were made and everything like that. So
yeah, so when we first, because you can read online that, oh, you just mark to make a mark on the pinion and turn it, and however many times the hub turns, then that's your ratio. So we did that, and it came out to be like 2.1, and we're like, what? And so yeah, then we went back to researching and found that to like verify for sure what you have, take the cover off and look at the numbers. So that's what we did, and yeah, thankfully we found a 4.1, or 410 is what it's commonly called in the automotive world, and that'll work perfect for our truck. And the reason that we decided to use this axle is because, for one, it's super strong and it'll be able to handle the torque that we're going to have. But and then it'll give us, that gear ratio will give us a good highway cruising speed, which we're really looking for. Because yeah, we might not use those higher speeds all the time, but we want to be able to take it to shows that are a little further distance away than just taking the back roads everywhere. So,
and the 410, like a 410 is that good kind of in between, like it's still good for pulling, and it's not like we're going to be pulling crazy heavy loads, so we don't need that super low gearing, but or super high gearing, I guess, but ratio. So
yeah, and I guess while we're here, might as well look at the truck. Really haven't touched it at all. We still need to finish mounting those rear motor mounts, which we'll be doing soon, and then we'll have that video out. And then now that we have a new rear end, we'll be able to remove this one and yeah, swap rear ends, and then we can, and then we've decided what we're gonna do here, because we were thinking about doing a bag system on the back, airbags, but we decided that it's not really worth it for all the trouble it's going to be to fabricate everything. So we're actually just going to be moving these leaf spring mounts up on the front and rear, and that'll give us around 4 inches of drop. Then the lower profile tires that we're going to be using will give us another 4 inches or so. So that'll drop the entire frame like 8 to 10 inches, hopefully, by doing that. And I think that'll be a good drop, because we're not really wanting to slam this. We just want to lower it, make it look more sleek, but we want to make it drivable still. So yeah, that's where we're at. Sorry it's been a while since we put out a video. Just life and work's been kind of hectic, and as you can see, the dad life.
oh yeah.
But there it is. Yeah, thanks everyone who has been keeping up with the build and keeping up with the channel. I'm finally starting to get some views rolling a little bit, and so that's kind of exciting. So I just want to keep that going. And yeah, car back there, still just working on the body, getting it ready to paint. I'm being kind of OCD with it because I want to do it right. I don't want to paint over the car and then run your hand over it and be like, oh, that's kind of wavy. So that's why that's taking us so long. But I'll hopefully be making some videos on the metalwork with the Subaru soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you want to keep up with the build and follow it, then remember to subscribe to the channel and click the notifications button so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And thanks everyone for watching. Peace.